I'm gonna try it, see if I can pour it out enough in a manner that it'll actually like be easier to pour, or easier to put the veins in it that I want, you know, the way we did on Friday. How is everybody? Good morning, everyone. Love y'all. Hope you guys are having a good day today. Do I know what I'm doing? No, I never know what I'm doing. As you can see, I misjudged how far down here I needed my product to go today. I'm doing something kind of unique today. I got a really cool pattern to work the other day. I'm not going to be that slow. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually leave some of that in there too for the dirty pour. That's going to be good. Okay. I think when you see what I'm going to do, you guys might, you still might think it's stupid, but I think it'll turn out really pretty. So it's kind of a unique way to, a little different than I usually do. Where are you guys watching from today? How is everyone today? This is our aged bronze, probably one of my favorites. This is going to pop better than you guys think too. So it is getting Alaska. Dude, one of the prettiest states is the first state in the building. I like that. Arkansas, huh? You know what? I was trying for something a little different. I'm gonna have to add my pattern a little differently than I planned, but such is life. I was trying for something all artistic. We'll just do the art a different way. Thank you for the love, y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. Where are y'all watching from? Now, this aged bronze, you're going to be surprised. I could just do this aged bronze and nothing on top, and you guys, basically, this will look beautiful all by itself. Then I'm going to add some colors to it, so hopefully I don't ruin it. I think the pattern today is probably one of my favorite new things I've ever done, though, so I'm going to start trying to do this. It's kind of my new way. Joseph, good to have you on here. That's a good name, Joseph. You have a coat of many colors. Joseph was one of the real gangsters of the Bible stories. So underestimated. Okay, if you notice, I'm kind of angling my roller back and forth, doing a little bit of a snowplow action. I'm trying to leave an even layer, pushing it back towards the back of my piece. I'm not just trying to get color, I want an even layer of resin, so taking all the time I need. A lot of people try to get too far across a piece too quickly, and they end up with a really uneven pour, and they wonder why. Just slow it down sometimes, and work a smaller area at a time, and it'll work out just fine. I'll cross roll quite a bit too. I really take my time cross rolling quite a bit into my corners, anywhere that I know naturally runs a little thinner sometimes if you're not paying attention. Try not to push too much of it over the edge without catching it. I'll push it right up to the edge, but as it starts dripping over that edge, like over here, I'm letting it go over, but then I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna catch this. It's just really just cross rolling to break that surface tension so it bonds, so it all sticks. Otherwise it'll have little fingers that'll try to pour in little channels, and you'll get kind of uneven coverage on your edges. So just cross roll, and then I'm gonna let it just keep flowing. Okay. I'm gonna do something a little bit tricky here. I am gonna mix a tiny bit of alcohol, and I'm only doing this because this is an accent color. Mixing a tiny bit of alcohol because I want to thin this out. I'm gonna pour this out of a different type of bottle too. So,
Laura said, hey.
Laura, good to see you. Happy Monday, Laura. So All right.
So torch them bubbles.
Torch and bubble, Joe. I will torch in just a second. There we are. Get my silver in there. Okay. I hope this isn't like the biggest fail of my week here, because I haven't really done exactly what I'm trying to do here. Out of one of these bottles, I'm putting just a couple little pumps of alcohol in here, and it's just going to thin out the viscosity. And like I say, I only do this on small accents because I don't want a ton of alcohol trying to be under the surface of the epoxy during the cure. Okay. Big Poppy, thanks for that rose. I like it when they call me Big Poppy. Big Poppy, that's a gangster name right there. All right. Same thing. A little bit of blue. A little bit of blue. Which blue is this, Michael?
That's light blue.
This is our light blue, Michael's telling us. Beautiful, beautiful light blue.
Big Poppy's left.
Thanks for being here, Big Poppy. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thank you for all the love. And like I tell you, you guys never get to see my tits until we get 10,000 likes on a live.
What are you spraying in there, Jones?
This is 99% isopropyl alcohol, and like I say, I only do that to slightly thin certain accent colors. I try to stay away from thinning just the epoxy because you definitely don't want any evaporative chemicals in there when your chemical cure completes and takes place. So you use it pretty sparingly and usually just in accents, so you can guarantee it evaporates out. You'll have a much smoother, better overall finish.
Okay. Big Poppy said, I'm going to be working on a poker table soon.
Dude, good job, buddy. I want to see that poker table. Okay, it looks like we're about full. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to light this on fire and have fun with it. So here we are. Now, right now, the bottle feels like it's about 80 degrees, which isn't cold, but also isn't hot. But I know I have limited time with my epoxy in this container because it's curing, and it's like that exothermic reaction we always talk about is taking place in this no matter what I do now, because the A and the B have been mixed, the colors are in there, and there's my 5 colors of not mayonnaise. So I'll do my best here. I'll get my alcohol rags off the table. I'm going to get one of my favorite colors going down here with 99% isopropyl alcohol. And remember, we never just light anything on fire just because it's fun. It also is to pop air bubbles. Yeah, I am spraying a little bit of gold down using 99% isopropyl alcohol. And yes, I lit it on fire. This will warm the surface up, really helps relax the epoxy, makes it flow. Wait till you see it had all those nasty roller marks all over in it. Wait till you see what this does here just from me.
Is it hardening?
No, it's not really hardening right now, guys. Now look at what this surface looks like just from going over the surface there with a little bit of gold on bronze. And as you can see, I mean, you could call this done, I think, if you wanted to. There's still quite a bit of micro bubbles in it, so don't be afraid to spend a tiny bit of excess time with a torch. You know, you don't want to over torch or overheat. Take a little bit of time, but you really don't want a ton of air bubbles in this when you get done pouring either. So my goal is to really just warm this up and relax it enough for all those little tiny surface bubbles. You'll see little tiny micro bubbles. It almost looks like fuzz on the top. Beautiful metallics here, beautiful, beautiful. Just kind of a fast way to do it. Don't ever do that, guys. Don't ever light anything on fire. I have to tell you that. Alrighty.
I do the torch thing with pine resin.
Pine resin molds. That sounds badass. All right. Now let's see. Ah, I got my titties in it. Dang it, Levy. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna clean my shirt. Just because I don't know if I have an extra shirt. Oh, come on, I do have extra shirts, I guess. For a second I was thinking I wouldn't, but then I'm like, wait a minute, I sell shirts here, so. My shirt would just have to have a message on it. All right, now. You know what I'm gonna do before I finish this? What are our preferred colors on here? I'm gonna go around some coloring, dude. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sometimes I like to use random coloring sprayed down at my, it's probably not gonna make sense so you see me do it. It'll really help me pick natural patterns that I can make my drain pattern go around. So, you know what? Show up to a class and we'll just work with you. I mean, that's what we specialize in, is just working with you, and it's gonna be really easy if this is something you do with a class. If you notice something, I'm doing it, so we all know it can't be that difficult. A little bit of charcoal down on that end. All right. Remember, alcohol also will help pop in on those air bubbles and whatnot, so it's not ever a bad idea to just spray a little extra alcohol if you're afraid you have air bubbles still coming to the surface. Kind of ran out of the right gold down here. Left me looking like I have a big golden wiener. Sorry about that. Try to make that look a little more natural. Oh yeah, the shimmer gold, that's the money right there. That's my favorite. Soretti in the building. Thank you so much, Soretti. Dude, I don't know what the hell I would do without half of y'all. Without any of y'all. Well, hopefully it's not the ugliest thing you've ever seen. That's what I hope the finished product's gonna be like. But it's me doing it, so let's just be honest, we don't know. I know I have a goal of kind of a geode on here, so let's get to business.
So spraying alcohol will eliminate air bubbles.
Yeah, it really does help eliminate air bubbles. Let's get down to business. I ain't got no time to play around. What is this? There we are. I'm using the alcohol lines. I don't know if you can see where the alcohol is evaporating, but I'm actually using that as my kind of hard line to mixing too fast, or like here, we actually have pigments mixed into this, so it's not a big deal. It's just something you'd want to think about. I think this is going to turn out all right, guys. This is going to turn out. I think this is going to turn out better than even I hoped.
Soretti said we did our second river table. You guys are my idol.
Soretti, thank you. You know, I'm a huge fan of people that just have the balls to go try stuff, because I know this is like scary when your first time messing with epoxy, and that's why we're here. So hopefully we take at least some of the fear when you see a guy with like a little touch of the tism like me doing this stuff. You have to know, like, wow, if I see Levi do this, we all have more ability than that. I'm here for your comfort. Be like, I'm liking this blue mixing in here. That's. Thank you so much, Soretti. I want to see what you did. I'd love to see your work. Yeah, our inbox has been very, very full lately, so I apologize. I can't take any more in my box. No. It's been crazy. Ever since that pond drama, I feel like everybody just wants to know about pond drama. And I'm like, wait a minute, I still do epoxy. I'll take care of pond drama on my free time, but this is work. And I'm taking care of that as well as I know how to.
It's like an old vein in the Rockies.
Yeah, it is actually turning out. I'm not the saddest about this. What do y'all think? Be judgmental on this, guys. This is your piece to be as judgy as you want to be.
First time making a table or wall art.
First time making a table or wall art. Well, then I want to show up at my place and let us help you in a class.
I think they meant first time being on our channel.
First time being on our channel. We are making just a fun countertop sample here. I'm trying to make a little bit of a geode style pattern here. I've been having some fun with doing this style lately, so.
It's a good starting pan or setup. I'm looking to do a sterling silk sink countertops.
If you want to do a sink, make sure you buy our tub and sink coating by countertopepoxy.com. It's the only good tub and sink coating in the world, so according to my opinion. And definitely, if you're really wanting to do this as a business, show up to a class. I will promise you, like, I've never seen a person show up to class that does this as a living that's not very happy they spent the time to learn a lot of the little details that are very difficult to learn the expensive way at your expense. So just coming to a class can definitely make you a lot more comfortable, in my opinion.
Dropping Bomb said the new unbox holds more than we thought.
That's right, dropping bombs. Somebody dropped too many bombs on my inbox.
Gary said countertop. Yeah, you just popped up. That's awesome.
Gary, thanks for being here.
Just finish the section so you don't have to walk all.
I know the colors are changing though, so I'm hoping they're not changing so much that it's not. I wasn't sure if I should walk around or finish each section in each color.
How do you clean out the bottle afterwards if it started to
These bottles cost like 32 cents at Sam's Club for condiments, so it's not, we don't save these.
I love it so covered against the wall. Get dirty. Silver is prominent. Is this for sale?
Anything we do is always for sale, and the only way you can buy it, if you want to buy any of these pieces that I do, is either I come to your house and I bid a job, or if you don't want me to come and do a job for you and you want something like this I did, you have to donate to one of the mission organizations or nonprofits that we have listed in our bio. And then as soon as you just show us a receipt that you donated, you cover shipping and we ship this off to you. So we don't need to make money off of it, but I want to know that you're being decent to some other people that might need it. So there's always out there that need some of your blessings. And if you bless them, we'll ship you off a piece. And then of course you can't yell at me if it shows up and you're like, this is ugly as crap, Levy.
What state are you in?
We're in Grand Junction, Colorado. Okay. And sometimes.
Brianna said that is awesome.
Brianna, thanks for being here. You're awesome. I knew a Brianna that used to work for me. Dude, she was like this little girl, 5 feet tall. Had a bunch of dudes that were super manly work for me. Brianna goes out. I didn't really know what to have her do either. I wasn't sure. She was such a sweet kid, really young at the time. And of course we were doing like commercial concrete overlays and stuff like that. And she says, it was wintertime, super cold. And she goes, I want to grind that concrete. She wanted to do concrete grinding. And man, I was like just a tiny little kid. Like, I don't know. I went and made sure, checked on her, and she really did know how to do it because her mom's also a badass and had taught her how to do a lot of stuff like that. And so I said, okay, you can do that. And she's hooked up to a generator and grinding away. And she comes back in like 6 hours and she's like, all right, I'm done with the whole front of that building. And I was like, no way you're done with that. And the ice and snow. Dude, I went out there and inspected that. That girl had outworked any dude that had ever worked for us. Immediately became my favorite person in life. Just work-wise, what a little gangster. Of course, now I think she's a veterinarian or something like that, super successful. But
Soretti said, say hi to Lima.
Soretti, hi to Soretti. Thank you for being here. Say hi to Soretti for Levi. Okay, this is going to torch out so beautifully, I hope. I think it really will, so.
Beautiful work.
Gotta like just let these metallics relax after a minute after you get done doing them, so. This is going to turn out really slick, I think. And I'll show you what we did on Friday in a second if you really want to see kind of the goal here. What'd you guys do this weekend? What's your very favorite thing? I got to go driving up in the mountains, beautiful, beautiful mountains around here with my kiddos. Let my oldest daughter drive a little. She's so cute.
Rizzler, wet fishing.
Rizzler? It's a fancy ass name.
2.1.
Rizzler 2.1? Sound like a gangster. Is that a faux Rizzler? My Nizzler?
This angle has all the cool.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you? Okay. I'm hoping it's popping.
Out riding my Harley.
Outright, dude.
Paula.
There's never a bad time to just go on a ride, right? This is the first weekend I actually didn't ride motorcycles at all in quite some time. And I was a little sad about it. No, I wasn't. I spent so much perfect time with my little girls, I didn't really give a damn. If my little girls want to go riding, I always take them anyways. They're really good. So both my daughters they're little, but man, they can ride well.
Teresa said I'm working on my shop.
Shop, Teresa, God bless you. Hope you have an amazing day in there. And
Lyle wants to know what you're doing.
Lyle, I'm just finishing out. I have to torch it so it really lays down. I don't know how this looks on screen, but this should lay down into a really nice geode pattern here in just a second. And it should be a really low stress pattern that any of you guys at home could just do. I mean, literally I poured a base color. I sprayed some random really heavy gold, and then I just went around my gold dripping epoxy in, just in whatever shape the gold randomly laid on the surface, and I sprayed it pretty heavy so it would lay sort of randomly. So now I'm
Laura said I'm freaking amazing.
tracking a brush. Thank you, Laura. You're freaking amazing. If you're having a good or bad day, I want you to know that Jesus Christ loves you. There's a message for you. I'm kind of a prick, and I'm super anti-religion, but I've been trying to balance that. I still believe in Jesus, so. I always hated people that preached at work or used their business as like a religious output, because usually I figured they're just trying to rip you off, but if you don't know Jesus loves you, he does. Ban that TikTok. Stick that in your pipe.
Cake Baby said from Kentucky, first time watching, excited to see more of your work.
Cake Baby. Dude, I bet you. Cake Baby, if you build cakes, you're way better than me. Is that off of Bridesmaid? Is that what you're saying?
That name title.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
All right.
Teresa said, God bless you too.
Teresa, thank you. I love you. All right, I hope this all turns.
Oh, yes, I do make cakes, she said.
Psh, gangster. You gotta show up to a class then. I'll show you how to mix epoxy. You show me how to make cakes, baby. So, okay. I think this is going to torch out really nicely. Now, I could use all kinds of different ways to make this level out. I choose a torch because I want it to lay as flat as possible without manipulating any more of my colors. I don't want my colors to blur or flow too much, hence why I'm using a torch. I know this torch looks a little bigger and more aggressive. It's really not, it's just a wider flame. So it's really not that hot. I'm still only using propane. I don't use nap gas or anything like that. And if you notice, the way I did my veins did put a lot of little air bubbles in the surface, and that's okay. Just don't forget to let it settle for a few minutes and go back over it really quickly with a torch. What's that? That's your real name is Pocahontas? That's a freaking badass name. That's a really badass name. Well, I'm Jack Sparrow. Or I can't remember who it is that showed up to... Oh, Sean Smith. John Smith? Sorry. Bad pickup lines when you think you're supposed to be John Smith and you really call yourself Jack Sparrow. It's gonna save you, but I became a pirate. Laura, have a blessed day, Laura. We love you, Laura. Whatever you're doing today, I hope you have an amazing day, and thank you for being here. And I can't wait to see you again. And tune in when we're in London, when you should be sleeping. Can y'all see? Is it turning out? I don't know if y'all can see the reflection, but to me, it's in person, this is super three-dimensional, and it's leveling into place pretty nicely. What's that?
That's the Epoxy Studio thing. Hello, Epoxy family.
Hey, Epoxy family, Epoxy Studio. Good. Thank you for being here on our live. I hope you're having an amazing day today. For a Monday. I hope you don't have a case of the Mondays. I hope your Monday kicks ass and you go home feeling like it was one of the best days of your month. Oh, right on. I figure everybody's Soretti's friend. They should be. Okay. Dude, that's turning out. I'm not... When are our classes? All our classes are in the bio. We have one in a couple weeks here in Colorado, just in like 3 or 4 weeks. And first, we're gonna be in London in 1 week. So meet us next week in London if you wanna join us in that class. And then we'll be back here in Grand Junction, Colorado, and then we'll be back in possibly Florida or Texas, and then Italy, then probably back to London, South Africa. We'll see. So check the link for our classes, and it has all our classes updated in there every day. So as soon as we have something on the schedule, we put it on there. I hope you all can see that. I don't know how that looks on screen though. Oh, did you see my ugly piece I did on Friday? Now, you guys might mock me as you should, and I would if I was you, but I think when I sand this, it'll actually turn out prettier than it probably looks right now. So I did trowel wall epoxy, and I used a like scraping tooth trowel to like make lines in it, and then I filled it with purple. So hopefully when we sand this back, it'll expose really contrasting colors here. Just another one of those things that's gonna take me a second to do, so. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna show you guys Friday's work. We'll follow you out here. Oh, and the picnic table that I am finishing. I worked on this a little yesterday too, but man, dude, look at that. I just can't believe how we're polishing. This is actual real bronze. So we just put aged bronze, which is a copper metallic epoxy. That's not really, it's actually crushed stone called mica powder, but this here is actually particles of real bronze that we impregnate epoxy with. Trowel it into the wood, seal it up, and then polish it back. So totally different, really cool. This was an old falling apart picnic table. So, and here's the one they wanted to see on that we did Friday. Minneapolis? We don't have any in Minneapolis, but I guarantee we'll have one close enough you could come and visit us. And we do have people all over the world come to our classes, so don't be afraid to travel a little. We'll take care of you. We feed you. and definitely entertain you. So here's what we did on Friday. I love the red and how it turned out. Just a really simple pour. We of course put some like heavier red veins through there first and then kind of tracked them. So just kind of a fun, different thought. I can't tell, what is that? Well, yeah, so you can kind of see it. It's even more 3D in person. It's crazy. So
What grit is best to sand epoxy resin?
I generally start out with a 400, and it depends on what you're going for. If you're wanting a degloss, like our floors right here, those are sanded with 400 and then 1000. So in anywhere between 800 and 1000 leaves you a really satin finish that's not too glossy and still very easy to clean. And then if you're trying to bring it back to a polish, I usually run a Meguiar's ultra fine polishing paste after 5000 grit. So I'll run from like 400 all the way back through 5000, and you can skip quite a bit with epoxies too. You don't have to go from 400 to 600 to 800 to 1000. You can go from 400 to 1000, 1000 to 2 or 3000, 2 or 3000 to 5000, 5000 to a polishing paste. So you can step up pretty quickly, and we do have a lot of videos on that. So go check out our polishing video. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We'll probably be going live one more time this afternoon, working on kind of a project and trying to finish some sanding I've been working on, and I'll be doing some of this exact stuff we're talking about. God bless you guys. I hope you have an awesome day, Monday, and we'll see you in just a few hours. And then join us in London next week.